What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I wanted to cover this video that I see going around the internet right now. It's going viral, and not in a good way. It's actually going viral because this woman is an absolute ghoul. It stars this lady on TikTok who apparently has a positive pregnancy test. And her reaction to it at first is, oh, I'm crying, what am I going to do? And then she says, oh, psych, I've scheduled the appointment, meaning that she's scheduled an abortion to come up here in the near future, and then starts drinking alcohol, laughing, and then says, I am what conservatives fear. So if you haven't seen it yet, here it is right here. We can watch it together.
Oh my god, guys, I'm freaking out. What am I gonna do? Just kidding, I already scheduled the appointment. I am what conservatives fear!
Okay, so as you can see here, this woman is pure evil. If that is actually her pregnancy test and she is pregnant, she is, of course, laughing about the fact that she is going to go and kill this baby. Now, I don't want to get into arguments about whether or not a fetus in the womb is a human. It is. Biologists, I think 98% of biologists actually kind of conclude that, with the exception of a few who actually have political leanings toward the left. It is a human baby. It is a human in the womb. There's no argument there about that. That's just what it is. She is laughing about going and killing an innocent human being inside her womb if what she's saying is true. But I wanted to focus more on something else, because we know that abortion is evil. We know that it's wrong. What I'm really interested in at this point is this woman and several others that I've seen in the past who make these sorts of videos where, they're trying to make a point against conservatives themselves. She's not so much interested in the abortion as she is in rubbing conservatives' faces in it. And I kind of have to stand back and say, wow, this is the state of social media today. This is the state of our world. This is how divided we've become as a nation, where someone can kill an innocent human being because they know that it's going to piss off a political party or a political ideology. Literally putting human lives on the line to stick it to conservatives, That to me is indicative that especially the left really has gone way too far when it comes to trying to convince people that Republicans are evil. And in their attempts, in their quest to make Republicans seem like monsters, they have made monsters themselves. This woman, in particular, it's destructive, not just to the human race as a whole, because of obviously there's going to be abortions happening, but the divide that we suffer from right now is closing people off to certain common sense ideas, certain basic moral standpoints. The fact that a human life has gotten completely dismissed here, that a baby being killed is funny. It's something to laugh about. Drinking alcohol while you're pregnant is something to do because it might make someone mad. Someone who you were told was a monster, someone who you were told was an evil person. It's funny to do something to make them mad because they're evil and they deserve it. I bring this up because Gina Carano not long ago was fired from Disney because she posted something on her Twitter that showed that was effectively the message of we should not be viewing certain groups of people as others, as monsters, because they did that back in Nazi Germany to the Jewish people. And one of the reasons it was so easy to round up the Jewish people back then and send them to concentration camps where they were tortured and killed, raped, just the worst, right? Starved, was because their neighbors were willing to turn them in at that point. Their neighbors were willing to turn on them, beat them in the street, just be the absolute worst because they were convinced by the government that these people were monsters, that they weren't human at all. That's kind of what's happening today. Now, given it hasn't gone to such an extent that they're hunting, Republicans or conservatives in the streets, I mean, that's still pretty dangerous since Republicans and conservatives are the ones who are typically armed. But they are definitely trying to get there. You can see it in various movements. The Black Lives Matter movement, for instance, they will openly target white people. As a result of that movement, you have elected politicians like Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago saying that she actively won't take questions from white people. She's only going to do interviews with black journalists. This open racism has made an other of the white population or conservatives in general. If you're a conservative, you're black, you're instantly rejected. You are no longer you're no longer considered as a part of the human race at that point, and you should be looked down on and silenced if at all possible. And this is kind of where we've gotten now. It kind of shows you how an idea of hatred, how someone can convince somebody else to hate somebody so completely that they are willing to do evil strictly because it might bother. Not actually harm or stick it to or shove it to or prove a point or something like that. Just bother somebody. She is thinking this is going to make conservatives angry. And she is right. It is going to make a lot of conservatives and Republicans or pro-life people in general. You don't necessarily, being pro-life is not necessarily a partisan issue, despite the fact that the left has tried to make it one. If you're pro-life in general, it is going to bother people. It bothers me. Laughing about killing a child is not funny, but she's not doing it because she's advancing a cause. She's not doing it because, it's going to, advance women's rights or, she's doing it. And she's not doing it because it's going to lessen the Republicans at all in any way either. She's just doing it because it's going to make people mad. And I want that to be very clear. She is going to kill a child specifically because it makes people, the right people, in her opinion, mad. That's how far we've come as a society, and that's how bad it's gotten. The leftist brainwashing has gotten. And it's really something to stop and marvel at. That the left can brainwash somebody so wholly and so completely that they will kill a baby while laughing about it, strictly because it's going to bother people. We need this woman is a reason that we need to take a long look at our society right now, to take a really introspective journey into who we are as a country. Because if this is where we're going, it's not going to be long until we are literally not just killing babies to bother each other or doing whatever to own each other. We're just going to start trying to own each other straight up. We're going to create monsters out of each other. And once we cease seeing each other as human, that's when things are really going to get bad. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you're made aware when we upload new content. See you in the next video.